Nancy Borsodi, designer and stylist for Country Sampler's Special Interest Publications, and welcome to this episode of Creative Living. Today I'd like to show you how to make these elegant decoupage pumpkins with just a few basic ingredients. For this project you'll need a paper mache pumpkin or a foam pumpkin. If your pumpkin is brown or any other color than white, you'll want to buy some acrylic or chalk paint and paint the entire surface of the pumpkin so that the pattern of the napkin will show through better on a white surface. Cocktail napkins, or you could use lunch-size napkins. For the seasonal ones, these you can buy at hobby stores, party stores, or even discount stores. Decoupage medium, a foam brush. To finish off your pumpkins at the end, different types of ribbon and some little charms, either charms you can find in the jewelry section or scrapbook section. Jewelry, strands of not pearls, but beads or different types of elements that might look nice on there. And a pair of wire cutters, some wire, and a pair of scissors to cut your napkin. As I said earlier, I started with a paper mache pumpkin, and with it being brown, for my napkins to show up well, I painted it white so that it would make the pattern stand out better. And I also painted the stem brown to make it look like a typical pumpkin. And then here are the napkins, these are cocktail napkins, and these are either I believe they're like a 2 or 3 ply. And what you want to do is separate the layers off the back. Now this layer, and this will get you closer to the color design on the napkin. We may be okay with just taking that first layer off. You don't want the napkins too thin, otherwise they'll tear when you're decoupaging them. So I think we're good with this one. And since this napkin has a border, it has kind of a repetitive pattern, but it's somewhat random also. But for the border, we don't want to have that border on there because that will show up in the design when you decoupage the pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is cut that border off. All the way around. Once we get that border off, we want to cut it into smaller pieces so that it makes it easier to handle when you put it on the pumpkin itself when you're decoupaging. So I can cut this into 4 squares because you want to work in small sections once you start. So I'm going to cut this in 4 squares. And then you'll want to do this with the rest of your napkins. Make yourself a stack to start with, because once you start decoupaging, you probably want to have them ready to go. So we're going to start decoupaging so that I can match up patterns. So I'm going to take one of my napkins, and mine is about a 4-inch square. If you feel more comfortable working with a smaller piece, then cut it into smaller pieces. You'll find out once you start whether that works for you. But you want to start by brushing your pumpkin with the decoupage medium. And you want to make sure you get it completely covered, get it in the cracks. And because if you miss it, it's going to bubble. So you make sure you have every bit of it covered. You're eventually going to go over the top of it, but it still needs to be on the pumpkin itself. Go out, extend out a little bit farther to make sure I've got it, the whole area. And if it starts drying while you're working on this, don't worry, because you can just add a little bit more. And with paper mache pumpkins, you see that sometimes they start to bubble a little bit. That's nothing to worry about, because once it starts drying, it will kind of suck back in or retreat. So don't panic. Okay, I think I've got it all covered here. So start by putting your first piece on, and you want to pull it away from the cracks a little bit. Take care when you brush it, depending on how thick your napkins are. These are pretty sturdy, so it's going on pretty well, but if you have a thinner napkin, it might start tearing. So this is going, oh, see, I missed it down there. Make sure I get completely covered. And you want to make sure you get it in the cracks. Brush. You're completely covered, and you are going to have some wrinkles in it. I don't think you can avoid that because of the shape of the pumpkin. It's not a flat surface, so they really don't show up that much, and you can just kind of push them away with your brush as you're applying the decoupage medium. So there's our first piece. Now, like I said, there's a pattern on here, but it's somewhat of a random pattern, and you can try to match it up a little bit. I don't think you'll never get it exact, but with a small pattern like this, I don't think it's that noticeable. So again, I'm going to coat the entire surface. It might have started drying a little bit, so just try to work in sections as big as what your napkin is, or just a little bit farther out, so that you can keep the surface of the pumpkin wet. Okay, I think I've got it. So even though it's, like I said, it's a pattern, it almost looks like it goes together, and you want to just kind of overlap the edge just slightly so that you don't have any white spaces from the pumpkin showing underneath. Here I have a decoupaged pumpkin that I've finished. It's completely dry, and at this point, this is where you want to trim off all the little extra papers that kind of come up over the stem. And this is where you want to start embellishing your pumpkin now. And I like to use a lot of different textures and shapes and colors of ribbon thicknesses. We have sheer, we have solid, prints, and I like to combine them. And then what I did was I took wire, and then I made a bow out of the largest ribbon, and then I made a little loop through the bow itself so that I'll be able to attach this. I've done the same with the beads, and then I've combined a couple different of the mixed up the different textures and patterns of ribbon, and then secured them with a piece of wire as well. But I'm going to start with the beads, and then now that I've made this loop, I can just slip that over the stem and then let that hang off the front. You can put as many as you want. I've got 2, you could do 4, you could do 5. Then I'm going to go with the combination of ribbons and just slip that loop over the top. And then put the bow on the top. Slip that loop over the top. And then you want to fan all your ribbons out, front and back. And then with these, like this large one, if you want to add a little pizzazz to it, you can curl it up and then pull it out. Gives it a little motion. And you can do that. Obviously, you can only do this with wired ribbon. This one's wired, so you could wrap this around your finger, around a pencil or something, give it a little curl. And these will just lay flat. So there you go. Kind of fluff up your bow a little bit, and there you have your finished pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Creative Living and how to make these elegant decoupage pumpkins for your fall holiday. If you decide to make this project or would like to just visit our site, please go to Annie's Creative Studio Facebook page and post your ideas or comments or your project. See you next time on Creative Living.